What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video, well, a live stream, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all seen the title, y'all seen the cover art, you know what I'm saying? We talking about what's happening right now with the BBB. There's a lot of things going on in the media, but we're gonna get into it. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna open up with a few things here. First off, I want to say thank you all for subscribing to the channel if you have. I know a lot of y'all already, as the video started, went ahead and smacked on that like button. So I appreciate that already. You know what I'm saying? We just got started and we got 11 solid likes already, man. So that's love and that's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So in this video, we're going to talk about a few things. Primarily what we're going to start on and what we're going to talk about is this stuff that's happening with the BBB as of right now. Now, I say that because I want to go ahead and kind of make it clear a few things before we get started. Some of this stuff are things that I know, like I know, you know what I'm saying? It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? It's truth. I don't want to say a fact, but it's truth. And then some of the other stuff is just opinion. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to do is in this video, I want to make sure that I am very clear between what I believe to be true and what is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because there's definitely some things that's a difference. It's not just fact and fiction. You know what I'm saying? It's truth and opinion. You feel me? So I want to be clear on that. You know what I'm saying? And while I got some of y'all here, there's gonna be we might get in here for a little minute, so I want to give y'all a rundown on some few things before we even get started with the whole ins, outs and ins and outs and outs and ins. You know what I'm saying? So is BBB bankrupt? No, I seen that on Twitter somewhere, or I seen that folks was arguing with me the other day on Twitter about this whole situation, and somebody said that that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Did they have some legal things going on with because they separated owners and managers and all of that, CEOs and all of that stuff that we know about that happened earlier this year with Alan Foster and the brand almost ending and then having to bounce back? Yes, there are some things there. Is it bankrupt? Is it dying? No. Is there a new warehouse in the making? Yes, that's a fact as well. Be prepared, you know what I'm saying? We've seen a video, and I'll show that in a second, with LeVar, and he was showing off the new warehouse. That's a fact. Is the JVA making a comeback, or do they got something in store? Actually, I'm gonna tell you, yes. There's some things coming, you know what I'm saying? And not just that these players are actually signing. And it's kind of sad that when I seen this news about the clearance sale drop, I seen people tagging every ESPN reporter out there. Come on, check this, catch this story. But then when the news dropped about Curtis Hollis signing over in Germany, Dion Lau going to Armenia, I didn't see nobody tagging. Nobody was like Joy Taylor, Darren Rovell, the Woj would drop a bomb on this information. Nobody was doing that, but that's whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And also, and I will start here, if you got some shoe issues, you know what I'm saying? I really don't have much information for you on that outside of this right here. Check it out. Bam. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into some stuff here. Let me check in with y'all real fast, man, and see who all in the building. RW Shot-Town, what's good? DJ Notic, what's up? You was the first person to drop a comment before the video even started, so I appreciate that. Burner account, Jonathan Perkins, Medicinal with Principal, all of y'all, Big Y Star, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all for jumping in here. And it's and so we'll kind of get into that, and then I'll check through and read some of y'all comments, and we'll double back on there. But like I said, man, I appreciate y'all who tuned in and already hit that like button. But let's get it going. So earlier this week, this image right here popped up on the internet. Let's take a look at it. So it was this tweet from LA Sports Radio, and if you go through this thread here, me and this dude, we went back and forth for a little bit, and it's just some folks, man, they thought process when it comes to LeVar, things BBB, JBA, like it's so thrown off to me. And this is what I'm saying. Darren Rovell, he tagging Marcellus Wiley, like everybody. I don't even know who these people is. Just some fundraising stuff. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? And this article got picked up literally by every media outlet. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, this pictures and images, and everybody would run the stories on that. Now, about a week or so ago, I had the little edit together where it was LeVar with Molly Kiram and that whole situation, and how he had been switching gears with her for a long time. And that video got a lot of views on the internet, but hardly any media outlets picked it up as a story. This one here, though, everybody and their mama started running with this one. Oh, he's going bankrupt. BBB is over. Pray for. I seen the article that said somebody got to pray for LeVar and BBB because it's just a whole lot of stuff here. And if you go through here, man, you just see a lot of folks. There, my boy Manny Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? The voice you're horrible with. Your sources swing and miss on every bang, bang, bang. And what he's saying here is that this thing says it's a volleyball tournament. For one, was not a volleyball tournament. It was actually a basketball tournament. And I will click this picture here, and this is how I kind of know some of this information. So I was seeing this picture, and I was like, damn, I recognize this young man. And he's actually the son of one of the guys who, if you watch some of my older videos from the tryouts, one of the coaches, Tito, from the who moved around with us, and was pretty much the head trainer when we had the JBA's like preseason camp. That's actually his son. So as a favor, they were doing this sale at one of their basketball tournaments just to sell some merch and all of that good stuff. And from what I know that to be true. And basically what I've been told is that this is just an attempt to get rid of the old stuff because they got a lot of new stuff coming in. Now, this is something that I speculated was going down a while ago when we were talking about all of the drama as it was unfolding, and it was like, is the brand done? People throwing shoes in the trash and all that stuff. I was saying it's impossible to know what's happening because this is something that a lot of people put their heart and soul in to build, right? So immediately, if you listen to LeVar, he was saying, like, originally it was like, yo, I'm done. When you heard Lonzo, he said, when I look at the BBBs, I think about such and such. And so what I felt like what I was saying then is that also when you get out of the top tier, the folks who own it, the brothers and LeVar and Allen, all of them, you have people who were within the company who like came up and they worked a ton with Allen. They worked some with LeVar, and they even felt like they had to choose sides. So if you go through some TMZ articles, they talk about how LeVar basically having to find a whole new staff. They had to get a whole new warehouse because somebody don't pick this. So I think that that's what you're seeing a lot of. There's even reports that they had to change the name from Big Baller Brand LLC to Big Baller Brand Incorporated. So there's a lot of things happening, and I believe that this sale here is just an attempt to kind of liquidate the old merch, and then because maybe there's some royalties or something tied to it, and that's all opinion right there. And so that's the point of doing that. So from what I'm hearing is they're going to come out with a ton of new things that should tickle your fancy and hype all of y'all up. Now, well, I will say in this thread here, I was talking to a lot of people because there's a lot of folks, man, who are hella excited. I'm talking about when this hit, the amount of people who literally found joy in the fact that, yo, you mean to tell me the big baller brand might be struggling? It might be over. The amount of people who found joy in that, to me, just baffled me. So even the guy who tweeted that, I like tweeted him. Somebody else actually asked the question first. They said like, yo, like explain to me how you find you can celebrate somebody's seemingly downfall. You know what I mean? Somebody hit a hurdle, take a misstep. How do you get excited about that? What makes you happy about that? And the guy tried to spew off this stuff, and it's so crazy to me when I hear people explain why they don't like LeVar Ball, because it's different levels to it, and to me it's all kind of petty and sensitive, where somebody will say, well, he said that he could beat Michael Jordan. And I'm like, my nigga, so you mean to tell me you want the whole company to fail, you don't want the boys to go to the NBA, you don't want the JBA to be successful, F all of the players, because LeVar said he could beat Michael Jordan? And then you say, well, he got a shitty attitude, he a terrible person. And then when you describe him, you're using all type of profanity and all of that. And I'm like, my God, when I read your tweets, I can't even imagine LeVar saying some shit that you're saying at this moment. So if you think he's an idiot or a terrible person, you're saying a lot about yourself in this moment, right? Then also get this thing where it be somebody who's like, well, I grew up right around the block, and I seen it happening. And this is the thing that I'll say, man. And this is something that a lot of people, when I've done some research on folks who I would think are successful, you know what I'm saying? And even in my own experience, when you're dealing with people who like grew up in the same neighborhood from you, around the block, in the same city, sometimes it's harder to make them a believer in what you got going, because they don't think that you're anything special. What you mean? AB, he grew up on the block. He ain't nothing special. If he could do it, I can do it, and I can't do it, so ain't no way he could do it. And I think you get a lot of that with LeVar. When I see people be like, yeah, we played against him when I was this. They grew up 15 miles down the block. And I said a long time ago that it was over. And I'm thinking to myself, you can't tell me that you don't like somebody because they're arrogant and they think they know everything. But then you tell me that you knew as soon as it started that it was over. You sound either like you a damn psychic or you pretty arrogant yourself. You know what I'm saying? And even when you go to the biblical times, you look at the Bible, man, now. And I should have looked this up before I was going to give y'all this quote here. But if you looked at the man Jesus, you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks in Jesus' neighborhood wasn't really believing that he was going to do what he was going to do until he came back through there with some folks with him. So I'm just saying, y'all do, I don't want to get, you know what I'm saying, preach on y'all in that regard, but you know what I'm saying, do the research on that, you know what I'm saying? And so